Hi Taurus, this is your September 12th through September 18th weekly tarot reading. I do 5 separate spreads in my weekly readings. We'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. I'll do an X spread. We'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances, and we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week. We have the King of Cups clarified by the Fool. We have the Eight of Swords clarified by the Chariot. Then we have the Empress. In the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. And we also have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or pretty much any zodiac sign. This is a general reading. What I noticed right away about this person, Taurus, you're dealing with the King of Cups, right? The first card that came out. It could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, by the way. If they're not a water sign, they could be somebody who's mature, in control of their emotions, but at the same time still very loving. And perhaps for some of you, this person has a problem expressing themselves, because I do see them overthinking, constantly thinking about it. And for some of you, it could be somebody who is shy. But in the potential outcome, it's definitely not a shy energy. This is a very decisive, very straightforward energy in that potential outcome, especially with that Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. But yeah, we start up with that King of Cups. For some of you, it could be somebody you work with, by the way. We got the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right. This is a card of work, business, and finances. This is also, they don't have to be working with you necessarily. They could still be associated in some way with the way you make your money, Taurus, right? It could be somebody who works for another company and you are their vendor, or they're your vendor, somebody who works in the same building with you. The Eight of Pentacles could also be somebody who goes to the same gym as you do, and they work on themselves. The Eight of Pentacles is also a card of dedication, right? So you see how that person in the Eight of Pentacles diligently working on that Eight of Pentacles, so perhaps that's what it's all about. They are definitely a marriage material. They're definitely, once they're in a commitment, they will dedicate themselves to that commitment, right? But again, we start up with that King of Cups and the Eight of Swords right next to it. The Eight of Swords is a card of somebody who is stuck, trapped in their own thoughts. So in most cases, this translates into somebody who is just overthinking. And perhaps they're just a little bit shy, they don't know how to express themselves, and they're constantly thinking of the way they want to get this show on the road with you. Perhaps they're practicing in front of a mirror as we speak. But you're going to be hearing from them. You're definitely going to be hearing from them. So they will finally come up with the final draft of how they want to start talking to you, and here they come, right? The Knight of Cups is clarified by the Fool. The Fool is them taking a leap of faith, because at some point they'll think to themselves, you know what, I just got to let Taurus know how I feel, and that practice thing that they've scribbled down will come in handy. Anyway, the Eight of Swords is clarified by the Chariot. If this King of Cups is a Cancer, it makes total sense, because the Chariot is the personal Cancer card. But this is where their confidence is starting to grow, because the Chariot is, first of all, is one of the fastest cards in the deck, and it's a card of victory. It's a card of success. It's a card of moving forward and not looking back. Right, and the next card that came out is the Empress. I think that's you, Taurus. It's actually one of your cards. You share it with Libra, but I think that's the way they see you from the very beginning. The Empress often comes through as a future wife or a future significant other figure, right? So perhaps that's why they're a little bit taken back, right? They're a little bit shy because they don't want to screw it up, right? The Empress in general is one of the most positive cards in the deck. It's abundance in its purest form. And in my spreads, the Empress usually shows up as a sign from above, or a stamp of approval, so to speak, for a connection to move forward. And that's exactly what I see happening here. Even though there's hesitation in the beginning, because of the reasons I already outlined, there's definitely a forward movement. In the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Again, a very decisive energy. The Ace of Swords is a card of truth. The Ace of Swords is a very straightforward, very direct conversation that the two of you will have. It's a card of a brand spanking new beginning, right? With the Ace of Swords, which is also a card of clarity, by the way, you'll know what to expect from this person. Both of you will know what to expect. Both of you will know where this is going. The Ten of Pentacles right next to the Ace of Swords is a solid commitment or marriage card. This is very long-term type of a deal. This is when people buy real estate together, they grow old together, and enjoy financial stability together, right? And the Wheel of Fortune is a start of a new cycle on the next level up. It's a major arcana card. The Wheel of Fortune is always good news in my spreads. So yeah, even though, like I said, there's some kind of a hesitation in the beginning because of this King of Cups, they're either sure or not sure on how to approach you and not mess it up at the same time, or they just have a hard time expressing themselves. But you know, they'll get their crap together, for the lack of a better word. And here they come. And in the potential, it's just solid. It's just rock solid. Yeah, I'm not even gonna do an extended for you, Taurus, because with cards like that, this looks rock solid. All right, really happy for you, Taurus. Congratulations. Taurus, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Knight of Cups, clarified by the Ace of Cups. We have Justice, we have the Star, and we also have the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Libra or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but you're probably dealing with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your significant other, whatever their zodiac sign is. To be honest with you, Taurus, the very first thing I thought of when I saw this spread was a proposal, you know, or renewing vows. That was the first thing I thought of, because we got all the cards that usually symbolize something like that. It's also a wish come true, right? So if you've been together with this person for a while, they are going to propose to you, or you know, make you an offer to take it to the next level, move in together, whatever that level is for you. That's what it kind of looks like. Or if you're already married, perhaps you have an anniversary coming up, Taurus, or you know, expect a very romantic gesture. You know, there doesn't have to be an occasion. They could just do something good for you just because, just to show you how much they love you and appreciate you. That there is just so much love here. Then both the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, you know, one of those cards would have been enough to say that, yes, this person's got a lot of love for you, right? Because the Knight of Cups is the most romantic knight out of all four knights. The Knight of Cups is often called the knight in a shining armor, and the Ace of Cups is all about genuine, authentic love. And one is clarifying the other. So that's love, love, love. Anyway, and the Six of Wands back in the day used to be called the proposal card. All right, and the Six of Wands is also a card of victory, success, attention. You definitely have this person's full and undivided attention. Justice could be a Libra you're dealing with. Justice could be the legal system, right? And what I mean by that, it could be an actual place where people get married, or a person who's got the authority to officiate weddings, right? So they could be proposing to you, or they could be doing something, perhaps, if this person messed up, if you guys got into a fight, justice could be a major apology, and they just want to smooth things over, bury the hatchet with you, and that's why we've got so much love here. I don't know. You can always leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on here if it's not too private, too personal. The Star could be an Aquarius you're dealing with, but the Star is a card of healing, and it's a card of a wish come true. Okay, this is something we usually wish for or hope for a very long time. So whatever the case, whatever the scenario is, expect a very romantic gesture from your person. Okay? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Taurus, this week. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Ace of Pentacles, clarified by the High Priestess. We have Judgment, clarified by the Tower. We have the Page of Swords, clarified by the Nine of Wands, and we also have the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with pretty much any zodiac sign, Taurus. If I were you, Taurus, I would be very careful. This person is hiding something from you. At the same time, they're coming in with the Ace of Pentacles, and when I saw the Ace of Pentacles and then Judgment, I was like, wow, that looks good. But then all the other cards came out. So what I think is going to happen, they know that they should do something major. They should impress you, for you to even consider getting back together with them, right? And that's why they're coming in with such a huge offer, that Ace of Pentacles, right? but they're hiding something from you. They're definitely hiding something from you, right? First of all, the Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of somebody hiding something, right? Not telling the whole truth, or just straight up lying. Speaking of lying, the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck is a card of a liar. It's a card of a deception. It's a card of a cheater. It's a card of somebody who is up to no good, right? It kind of almost feels like they're running away from somewhere or from someone, and they need a place to stay. Or, it's like you're their last resort, or something along those lines. It doesn't have to be, but seriously, they are definitely not telling you the whole truth. We have Judgment clarified by the Tower. Judgment is a card of somebody coming back from the past. The Tower, in this case, could be something they're running away from. Perhaps everything fell apart for them, where they were just in a relationship with. And like I said, they may need a place to stay. And the Tower could be something unexpected, something you do not see coming. Perhaps you never thought that you'll ever hear from this person again, but here they come. So the Page of Swords with the Nine of Wands, I think that's your energy, Taurus, right there, right? The page, if you take a closer look at that Page of Swords, to me, that page always looks like somebody who is suspicious, right? You see how they're leaning backwards, they got their sword out, they're ready to strike if they have to, and they kind of look like they're suspecting something. And the Nine of Wands clarifying that Page of Swords is a card of a wounded warrior. This is a card of somebody who doesn't trust the person they're dealing with, right? So the Page of Swords is also a card of research, right? So perhaps you need to do your research. Ask around, Google them, ask them what's been happening in their life. But again, my point is don't just jump head first with this person. There definitely something shady is going on with this person. All right, so be careful. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Taurus. This week we have the Queen of Pentacles clarified by Temperance. We have the Seven of Pentacles clarified by Judgment. We have the Three of Wands clarified by the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. And we have the Star on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or an Aquarius, but I don't think zodiac signs really matter. What's going on here? You're waiting for something. You're waiting for someone to make a judgment call. You're waiting for a decision. Or it could be somebody waiting for you to make up your mind. Either way, there's going to be a decision. There's going to be a final answer, a judgment, a verdict for some of you, right? And as a result of that, there's going to be a forward movement. There's definitely a forward movement here. And it's a wish come true. Yeah, so if you've been waiting, say you've gone through interviews, right, at some place where you hope to get a job, right, and now you're waiting for them to make up their mind to decide whether they want to move forward with you or not, then I think the answer is yes, they will choose you. Okay, for some of you, like I said, you could be literally waiting for, a lawsuit to get resolved. You're waiting for a judge literally a verdict from a judge. Okay, for some of you, say you're a contractor and say you're in the construction business, right? And you placed a bid on a house. You want to build this house or you want to build this building, and you're waiting for them to decide whether that contract is going to be awarded to you or not. And I think the contract is yours. But that's just an example. I hope you get the idea, right? So the Queen of Pentacles, the first Kadekima, that's you. Temperance is a card of patience, right? The Seven of Pentacles right next to the Queen of Pentacles is a card of waiting. What you're waiting for is the judgment call, and the Three of Wands, right? Judgment, like I said, it's a decision, it's a verdict. The Star on the bottom of the deck is a card of a wish come true, something we usually wish for or hope for a while. And the Three of Wands clarified by the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands is the decision. The Three of Wands is a card of somebody who made up their mind, somebody who made a decision. And here comes the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of communication, so they're going to let you know. And as a result of that, with the Ace of Wands, the answer is yes, let's do this. The contract is yours. The job is yours. This is yours. Or a decision, if it's a court matters, if it's a legal matters, the decision, I think, is going to go in your favor. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen, Taurus, this week. We have Justice, clarified by the Eight of Wands. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, and we also have the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Libra, or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. What you're not expecting is this Queen of Wands. You're going to be dealing with this Queen of Wands. For some of you, it could be a business partner or somebody who wants to do business with you. Perhaps you've already done business with them in the past, or it's some kind of a collaboration. For others of you, if you were suing this Queen of Wands, I think the verdict is going to be in your favor, and they will be paying you or start paying you back. Right? So it kind of reminds me of the work, business, and finances spread I did for you a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, so if this is the same story again with the Justice card, the verdict is going to be in your favor, and the Queen of Wands, since the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, they will have to shell out some cash. The Knight of Pentacles could be that cash. If it's not about something legal, right, like a court system, legal system, then again, this person, this Queen of Wands, wants to cooperate with you, right? They want to do business with you, do something with you, right? Something long-term. Justice in this case could still be you guys filing paperwork, signing, placing signatures on paper. The Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration. Justice, clarified by the Eight of Wands, is a card of communication, a lot of communication, or a card of travel. Perhaps you're going to be traveling, communicating, all that kind of stuff. The Nine of Cups is a card of a wish come true, and it's also a card of personal satisfaction. And again, the Knight of Pentacles, clarifying that Queen of Wands, is either money that this person is offering or will be paying you, or the Knight of Pentacles talks about long term, right? Because the Knight of Pentacles is the most stable, the most grounded knight out of all four knights, and the Knight of Pentacles brings financial abundance, financial stability. So what you're not expecting again is this Queen of Wands either paying you back if they owe you money, or they do want to collaborate with you. They want to build something together with you. All right? So yes, that's what I have for you, Taurus, for this reading. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Taurus, have an amazing week.